I'm tired of letting people think they got a chance. This is my show. This is my camera. I run it all.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to Outside the Playbook. Another year, another team means we have to discuss Kevin Durant's legacy at length again. We're not going to waste no time. Let's get to the video.
I think with KD being a legit superstar, anywhere he goes is pressure. I think the pressure's always been since when he went to the Warriors, and then he took his talents to Brooklyn and then Phoenix. But I think this year, I think he'll just be able to play and just concentrate on basketball because he does have a coach that does like to speak up for his players. And, so I think, with that aspect and then coming to a team that was number 2 last year, like Kenyon said, he's just a fit-in plug. So anywhere he goes, he just fits right in. So I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be good this year.
Okay, does KD have any pressure on him?
I like that take because, number one, it is going to acknowledge the fact that, yeah, Kevin Durant went to Golden State. He won 2 championships already. His legacy, in my opinion, has been set in stone for several years. Everybody openly acknowledges how great he is. Actually, you know what? I take that back. Real basketball fans, not trolls, not, media, but real basketball fans acknowledge how great this dude is. He's in a conversation where we say, who's the top 10 greatest players of all time? He's in that convo. When we talk about skill for skill, in my opinion, he's arguably the best top to bottom player we've ever seen, right? Where's the hole in his game? Where's the weakness at? We can't find it. So, we understand how great he is, but I think this season, to Brandon Jennings' point, he's going to be able to hoop. That legacy stuff, I think it should be done away with, where we constantly call into question how good this dude is as a basketball player.
With this Rocket squad, based on how his career's panned out in the post-Warriors era.
Pressure, yeah, he just want to win, man. I don't know if there's added pressure than has already been there. So you used a word that I was reading your little teleprompter.
They're not supposed to know that, Kane. They're supposed to be off the dome.
You got a teleprompter.
Reading off the dip.
I read at 8th grade level.
You ain't gonna go from using your computer all for 3 seasons to looking right in the camera.
Yeah. So you haters as usual, ladies and gentlemen. Do not believe them. This is all in the dome.
So he has failed to replicate, right? So you say he has failed to replicate his
just that success. There was success.
So, but my thing is, why the situation hadn't failed KD?
That's right. It's fair.
That's a good question. That is a great question, K-Mart. Let's look at everything that transpired. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. I was going to say since Golden State, but let's start that last playoff run with Golden State. He tears his Achilles. Everybody knows the calf injury leads to, obviously, what took place, right? We know that. So in that sense, I think Golden State, somewhat, they failed him in that instance. He goes on to Brooklyn. Everything's fine when you put the roster together. Then Kyrie, he has his moment with the media in the front office. Then James Harden, he's looking around like, man, all of this nonsense is going on. Then you add in Steve Nash. He's not exactly the right coach. Granted, Kevin Durant vouched for him. Fine. But in the sense that they knew how things was going to transpire with Kyrie and James Harden, he couldn't have known that. On paper, they're top to bottom the most talented formation of 3 players that we've seen. And I don't think the Golden State Warriors' big 3 is as talented. Miami's big 3 is not as talented. Boston Celtics' big 3 is not as talented as those 3 players healthy on the basketball court together. Situation failed them. You go to Phoenix, and the idea is that you get Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and Kevin Durant together. They talk about, hey, we can outscore anybody. The front office didn't get you a point guard. We knew that. The front office didn't get you a big. We knew that. And then you get a big, you get Yusuf Nurkic, but he's not really somebody that's going to fit with the other 3 players on the basketball court. Also playing into the fact that you didn't get a point guard. So there's a number of ways we can look at it to where we say, you know what, maybe it's not KD's fault all of these experiments didn't play out right.
You can say that with the Nets.
he has been a staple that's been consistent in the net stop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix stop. He's been the staple of that. I think the situations have failed him to help him replicate his success that he's had. Because he's not going nowhere thinking like, I'm trying to go win. I'm trying to do what I did over there.
Look at Rashad.
Because I know how to win now. I'm trying to go take these winning ways over here. And I'm still me. I'm still showing up. I'm still one of, if not the best 5 players in the NBA. So I think the situations have failed him, and he's always showing up ready to go, ready to do his part.
I agree.
I think the pieces and everything's the circumstances, injuries, COVID, this, that, everything has gotten in the way of that.
I agree.
He has been that. So the pressure has always changed for him because he's always risen to the occasion. No matter what the pressures are, KD shows up.
He does his job.
He shows up every single time. Everybody else can't say that.
Cemetery Larry.
Hot take. Karma.
Ooh.
I think that the karma from the
He already let the letter out, but I know he's gonna talk about leaving OKC, leaving Russell Westbrook high and dry, karma in that sense. I don't disagree, but there's an argument that you could possibly make in that sense, right? Every NBA player, NBA great or former player says, hey, why don't you stick it out where you were? Fine. You can think that way. That's your opinion. But once he becomes a free agent, he can go wherever he wants to. I'm not mad at KD about that. I do feel some type of way about the way when he left, everybody turned their attention to discredit and devaluing everything that was Russell Westbrook. But I don't blame KD for that. I just don't like the way things unfolded after he left. But he about to get into it.
Ultimate decision to leave Russ and them boys to go up there to Golden State.
Yeah, we seen that coming.
Ever since he won them 2 championships, there has been some type of injury that stopped his momentum. When it comes down to Brooklyn, there was an injury. Comes down to Phoenix, there was injuries. Now,
no. And I just went through some of the things. Brooklyn was not injury. He came in injured, yeah, but that was not an injury situation. Off the court, front office nonsense, that's what that was. He gets to Phoenix. First of all, Budenholzer had that man stuck in the corner. You put 6'11", 7 feet tall, can shoot from the parking lot, 50, 40, 90 threat. One of the greatest scorers we've ever seen. All-around player because, again, went to Golden State, became a much better team and on-ball defender. He was never a cone, right? But he became a much better team and on-ball defender once he got to Golden State. So from that point on, I mean, we don't see any weaknesses in this dude's game. No holes in his game. I just don't understand how you put him in the corner and say, all right, this is going to be the most efficient way to use your talents for this team. I don't even like the way things transpired in Phoenix. And then, Matt Ishbia came in. You get Kevin Durant. Everybody's excited about, KD, Book, and CP3. The worst decision they made was trading Chris Paul for another scorer in Bradley Beal. You should have got another PG. You should have got another guard. You didn't. All right, so now you got to live with the results.
as soon as he get there to Houston, first thing happened, injury. All detrimental pieces, too. These are not just a couple good dudes on the roster. He how he said.
I take that back. Chris Paul's injury. Yep, Chris Paul did get injured, and he was missing in the playoffs. Yep.
Yeah, man, who I'm throwing it to? Durant Finney-Smith? Right?
He did reference that in
So when you look at everything from the Golden State back-to-back, the pieces that he needed to duplicate that championship swag, that championship environment has been pieces that have went down. It's like, damn, if we don't lose this piece, we there. If I don't have my foot on the line, we there. If Book and Bill can get on the same page and Bill can stay healthy, we there. So the pressure is extremely high for him here.
What? Should know your role and shut your mouth.
I highly disagree with that. What pressure do you have? KD's in what, his 18th season? He's in his 19th season, something like that. What pressure do you have? Your legacy is already sealed. That's what people keep missing the point on. Your legacy is already sealed. And you know, we're going to stop doing this whole thing where because he went to Golden State, his championships don't matter. Because he had Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, the chips don't matter. Did he get them? Was he the finals MVP? Was he standing across from arguably the greatest player of all time when he did it? Okay then, because nobody took anything away from LeBron when he was standing across from KD in OKC and got his. So let's do away with the argument that his chips in Golden State don't mean nothing. They mean something. His resume from then on, the man has been putting up 25 on 50% shooting going back to the 2012 NBA Finals. Since that year, 12 years, 13 years, he's been 25 plus, 50% plus, and he's a scorer, a jump shooter. He's not somebody that slashes and gets to the cup every single possession. That's not his game. He's just elite. I just don't understand the idea that this man has all of this pressure going into year 19. It doesn't make any type of sense.
Extremely high. And there ain't no more excuses to why you can't get it done. Because this team is number 2.
He never made it.
So they've already proven the whole swag to get them there. They already had less pieces and no all-stars. I don't think no all-stars on that team. So you got a Hall of Famer coming in.
No, Şengün, an all-star last
Oh, he was an all-star. Okay. So you got a Hall of Famer coming in with pedigree, championship swag, the whole nine. He got pressure on him.
So basically, you've shifted Jalen Green, Dillon Brooks, and replaced them with Kevin Durant.
Yo, so if they get past the first round this year, is that good?
Is that enough to call it a successful season, you think?
Yeah.
Better than it was last year.
Yeah, right?
They didn't get out the first round last year?
Nah,
No,
they
did
lost
not.
to the Warriors. But, I think KD got to win. For
He
sure.
has to win a ring.
I think so, after the Warriors. Because every time you bring it up, it's like Steph won one after. Every time you try to do that debate, where people at, just for that reason, I feel like it's pressure on him to try to win one. Because he haven't got it.
I don't like that because we are taking this man's entire catalog, everything he did in OKC, everything he did in Brooklyn, everything he did in Phoenix, and now whatever he's going to do in Houston, and we're putting it down to, yeah, but Steph had one after you left, so now you got to get one, or you're not a top 10 player ever, or you're not as good as we think you are, or as good as you say you are, right? That we're dumbing his whole legacy down to that. In my opinion, I think his legacy is going to be, number one, there is no holes in his game. How many times do I have to repeat myself, all right? There's no holes in this man's game. That's thing number one. Thing number two is, offensively speaking, he makes it look so easy simply because he can do it time and time and time again. He's not doing anything where he's putting the ball on the floor 10 to 15 times a possession. He's getting to his spots, doing what he needs to do, rising up, letting it fly. That's one part of it. Then the other part of it is this. Everywhere he's gone, and this is a testament to the player he is, everywhere he's gone, you say, okay, now we have to factor in this team now has Kevin Durant. They have a chance to win a championship.
Done after the Warriors.
But what if
Not from a lack of effort.
But what if they just like have a good season and they get out the second,
You can't keep leaving team for team just to have a good season.
Yeah.
For me, I can't keep getting traded just to have a good season. Because I could have had a good season
So you think
wherever
that's
I
his
was.
goal?
I feel like everywhere he goes,
He gonna be
he wanted to
consistent.
win the
Yeah, that's his goal. So he is showing up. That's what I'm saying. So the point,
Has he not,
he's showing up
what
every
he
time.
did in Golden State, has he not done it everywhere else?
Because he's been averaging 27, 28.
He's averaged 28 on 50%, 45, and 88 from the.
But we're talking about
haven't
numbers
done
instead of impact.
He haven't
Because the
done
impact,
haven't done
it's the
that.
same numbers. It's the same
See,
numbers.
y'all-
The impact he had,
that's what I'm saying. If they
the
get
impact that he had in the
Yes. Yes. He has done his job, and that's the point. He himself has done a job. Sometimes a team is not going to win, and it's not the guy's fault. Everybody else can fail you. Everybody else can do everything possible to fail you. We had a situation where Joe Burrow was leading in touchdowns, leading in yards, doing every single thing possible to win football games. And they were still losing. And it wasn't his fault. Nobody blamed him. People said the same thing in favor of Josh Allen. People say the same thing in terms of Lamar Jackson. Sometimes your team just don't come through for you. Kevin Durant has done his job. Now, everybody's going to, have counter arguments. The one thing I'll give you is this. Getting swept by Boston in the first round, didn't really see that coming, but it happened. So we got to acknowledge it. But ever since he left Golden State, and even up until the point in Golden State, he was hooping. They lose the 3-1 series to Golden State, right? 3-1 lead, blew it. Cool. Golden State then turn around. They also blew a 3-1 lead. The reason why it's not held over Golden State so heavily is because they got a chip at 4, and then after KD left, they got another chip. That's the only reason why. So because Kevin Durant only has 2 championships, now we get to do away with his whole catalog. I don't agree with that at all.
Golden State Warriors was insane.
No,
the
Golden
impact,
State impact on him was insane.
what he did for that team.
God damn, y'all talking about
What he
y'all
did for that team.
acting like when he was with Golden State, he did not have Stephen Curry, who was
That's what
arguing
I'm
to be
telling
the number 1 point guard ever.
That
was his running mate.
What I'm saying is
right?
this.
I'm telling you.
Then you
tore
had
his
Klay
Achilles.
Thompson.
He tore
Now
his
you're
Achilles.
telling me everywhere he's went, he's had this crew, and y'all saying they failed doing that. No, he has not had that.
He tore his Achilles, though. He got hurt.
That we're not comparing
Bounce back from.
because Steph still got his
has
crew.
it, though.
You had it. Steph was winning.
No,
He won
Steph won the championship before him, right?
He has bounced back.
Yeah.
Did Steph win the championship before KD?
Yes.
That means he had a championship resume and ingredients. You added Kevin Durant. They won 2 of them joints with Kevin Durant. Then Kevin Durant left. They didn't have a championship group where Kevin Durant was. This group is still a championship ingredients. When he went to Phoenix,
So,
that's not a championship ingredients.
KD didn't have a championship team?
No.
With Brooklyn?
What? No. They played together, 13 games?
And that's what everybody is missing. Okay? Kevin Durant has been doing his job to the fullest. He's not going to have the same success after Golden State because the success wasn't just him and of himself. Okay? The organization put in place a championship culture. Okay? If KD would have went to Boston at the time, they're not winning no chips. They're not. If they go to Houston, they're not winning a chip, having a great team, but they're probably not winning a championship. If he would have stayed in OKC, would have got close. Who knows if he would have got over the hump? You had the champs on a 3-1 deficit, so we could say you possibly could have got back. But he went to a team that had a championship culture established. LeBron left Cleveland, went to a team that had a championship culture established in Miami. If he would have went to New York, who knows what would have happened there? The point is, we got to stop trying to find ways to pick apart Kevin Durant's legacy simply because when he went to Golden State, won 2 championships, he came to Brooklyn, he came to Phoenix, now he's in Houston, and he hasn't won another one. That doesn't define his legacy, all right? But let me know in the comments, which I know you will. Get this video a like, subscribe to the channel. That's one more for the good guys.